Hi everyone, my name is Violet Barton. I am a senior at Whitney Young High School this year. I'm a musician, my management is clarinet, and I've been on the Art Student Voice Committee for about a year and a half. So thank you all so much for being here. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. And I would like to start by saying a little bit about why we are all here. So my friends on the ASVC and I agree that the arts have changed our lives for the better, of course, and we have our art teachers to thank for that primarily. I'm honored to be joined today by Mr. Arvin, one of our speakers, and my elementary school music teacher, who was one of those formative musical and personal influences for me. It is because of all of you that we are here today. Words cannot describe how grateful we are for all of your time, dedication, and passion. And for that reason, the Art Student Voice Committee is delighted to welcome you to the first ever CPS Teacher Arts Appreciation Exhibition. And now I will pass it on to my fellow ASVC member, Juana Sotis.
Thank you, Violet. Hello, my name is Juana Sotis. I am a junior at Jones College Prep, as well as a musician and member of the CPS Art Student Voice Committee, or ASVC. The ASVC is a diverse group of high school students who work with the Department of Arts Education to discuss, create, and execute strategies for improving arts education across the district. All of us here in the ASVC have had a transformative experience because of our arts education. And last school year, we wanted to figure out a way to thank all of the arts teachers who guided us along our arts journey and whose passion for the arts inspired our own. Thus, the dream for this teacher appreciation exhibition was born, and today that dream becomes a reality. We decided to open up this exhibition to any and all teachers and teaching artists across the district because all of you play an integral role in supporting and celebrating the work of your students. In spirit of Teacher Appreciation Week, let us appreciate you today.
Hello everyone, my name is Darwin Mishkiri and I'm a junior at Northside College Prep. I'm pleased to present to you our next speaker, a teacher from Edison Park Elementary School, Mr. Benjamin Arvan. Before we begin, here's a quick snippet of their work.
What would you say now? They're throwing bats to the ground with the whispering voices creeping outside the sound.
Hi, my name is Benarvin, and I'm the music teacher at Edison Park Elementary. I've been teaching in CPS for 8 years now, and I have 2 songs for the exhibition today, titled Something New and What Would You Say Now? I wrote and recorded these songs during the pandemic as I found myself at home, obviously a lot more, it's a little bit of extra time. And my creative process in writing these songs and most of my music usually involves a guitar and my voice. I will explore different chordal patterns on the guitar, and while doing so, will usually hum some nonsense syllables over those patterns to find a melodic line. And then at the very end, we'll add lyrics. For me personally, I find the lyrics coming in at the end is just more accessible for me. I know some people start with lyrics first, and it's actually a good reminder that what works for me might not work for somebody else, and that the creative process can be a very individual thing. And it's really good to remember for our students that there should be multiple entry points, because not every student is going to write a song the same way and create art the same way. So multiple entry points is obviously a very important thing. I think it's wonderful that teachers are being featured for this exhibition. I think there's so much talent in the district to celebrate, and it's also really important for us to model the creative process for our students and to show what a final product might look like. It actually reminds me of one of my favorite quotes that I learned from a professional development from an organization called Turnaround Arts. Their main motto is, "The arts are not a flower, they are a wrench." The arts are not a flower, they are a wrench. And I kind of take that to mean, making music, creating visual art, dancing, acting in a play or a musical. These aren't just things that we do for fun. They can be fun, and they often are, but they are also things that we do because they have tools that can open up so much for our lives, intellectually and emotionally. So the arts are not a flower, they are a wrench. And I truly feel that way for myself personally, and I really do for our students. So I'd like to thank the Art Student Voice Committee and CPS Arts for featuring my work, and I'm really excited to share it, and I hope everybody is well. Thanks, take care.
Hi everyone, my name is Ethan Tam. I'm a junior at Jones College Prep and also a member of the Art Student Voice Committee. Thank you, Benjamin, for the wonderful insight into your work. Our next speaker is from a teacher in Wrightwood Elementary, Jasmine Cooper. Here's a snippet of their work, Thriller with a Twist.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Cooper and I teach dance, the beautiful art of dance. I teach dance at CICS Wrightwood on 81st in California, Southside, whoop whoop. But yes, I teach dance to motivate. I teach dance to inspire. I teach dance to evolve. I teach dance to communicate with the world on how we truly and deeply feel as individuals. I teach my students that, and anytime that they feel some type of way, I just tell them to dance with all your heart, because that's how we can really express ourselves. So let's talk about the piece I decided to share with you all. I was 9 months pregnant, and I've always been a huge Michael Jackson fan. I was that little girl at 5 or 6 years old, glued to the TV watching Thriller. It was so intense. It was so exciting. The energy was unmatched. And I always wanted to create my own choreography to Thriller. So yeah, I took some bits, but it was my personalized piece. And I didn't find any other school better to do it with than CICS Wrightwood. My students there loved it. Their energy is unmatched. So beautiful. They're really talented, and I'm so glad that I was able to really nail this choreography with my students. It was just so beautiful, the process of making it. And it's so funny because I've been working on this choreography, I believe, since 2017. I finished it, and that was just a snippet, you all. There is a 6-minute piece that I created with a selection of Michael Jackson's spooky, scary music that's put together. So yeah, like the process was so dope, but it was well worth it in creating that movement for 3 to 4 years. So that was my chance to put out different styles, introduce different dance styles to my students. So you saw a little hip hop, you saw a little jazz, you saw a little bit of modern movement. So it was a clash of different movements. So that was my process, really to like kind of blend in styles. Cause you like, man, like when you see styles combined, it is like a movement. It is just so beautiful seeing these students take on these different styles. So that was my creative process when I was creating the Thriller with a Twist. And as far as having my piece being exhibited for the art show, I am more than proud. This means the world to me that everyone throughout Chicago can see how I am passionate about dance, can see how I work with my students, and it's not just me working with them, it's them working with me. We are a team. Yes, I am the teacher, but we collaborate with one another. So I am honored to have been chosen for you all to see my work and see how passionate I am with working with my students in the art of dance. That's the beginning. As far as showcasing our work, sometimes as artists we don't have a platform to show and display the great work we do behind doors, on stage at certain school performances or anything like that. But this is the time to really display our work for more than a regular audience that we're usually performing for. So I really inspire, I really challenge teachers to keep doing their best and make sure they are displaying their work at any opportunity that they come across. So this is a great way to keep going up, above and beyond.
Hello, my name is Guadalupe Polito. I'm a senior at Carver Military Academy. I'm a percussionist at All City Performing Arts, and I'm also a member of the CPS Arts Student Voice Committee. I'd first off like to say thank you to Jasmine for sharing your passion of dance. And I'm pleased to welcome our next speaker, Peace and Education Coalition Alternative High School teacher, Juana Duran.
Hi, my name is Juana Duran Charicata, and I'm the visual arts teacher at Peace and Education Coalition High School in Back of the Yards. This is my 6th year teaching at a public school. I'm originally from Cherán, Michoacán, Mexico, from the land of the Purépechas, and grew up as a migrant farm worker here in the United States. For the first few years living in the United States, I couldn't speak English. My form of voice, expression, communication was through my art. I have always been creative and grew up next to creative people such as my father and mother. My mother works with embroidery pieces using fabric and thread to share stories about nature. My father works with wood. He created my first art studio from ground up. Both being migrant workers, working really hard in the fields, picking fruits and vegetables early in the morning to late afternoon, always made time to be creative, and I highly admired that. And it has influenced me to this day to keep doing what you're doing and keep doing what you love. During my middle school years and early 20s, I had the privilege of working with established artists. These artists taught me how to exhibit my work, how to share my work with the community and the public. 2 pieces I would like to talk about today, one being Las Paracatas and the other one being Soy Mis Antepasadas. Both were inspired by my migrant community, the women I grew up with, right? The children that surround me, my indigenous heritage. Las Paracatas is a piece inspired by a Purépecha legend of migrants migrating from the Smoky Mountains to Michoacán. It's a very similar route to the migration of the monarch butterflies. I wanted to reflect the beauty of my people and the strength through this story. The 2 models that you see in this piece are my nieces, and they represent the next generation of our people. Soy Mis Antepasadas is a piece inspired by my grandmother, a migrant and former migrant worker who came from an indigenous community. And regardless of the challenges that she faced in this colonized world, a person who didn't know how to read, write, right? And she didn't know how to read and write in English or nor in Spanish. She couldn't speak English. She is one of the strongest women I know. Her strength came from her traditions, her indigenous identity, always celebrating it and embracing it. It meant a lot to me that our students thought of us and wanted to create a space for us being the arts teachers. I believe I felt the same way as our students feel whenever we ask them to exhibit their work. It's special and it's very exciting. I believe we as art teachers should take the time this exhibition as a form of honor and celebration of our creative side. We work very hard and deserve this celebration. So I highly encourage you to exhibit your work next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juana, for being here tonight and also for sharing more about your background and your art. I'm excited to introduce to you all our next speaker from Chi-Arts High School, Scott Westerman. Here is a snippet of their work.
Give him this money and these notes, Ronaldo.
I will, my lord.
And you shall do marvelous wisely, good Ronaldo, before you visit him, to make inquiry of his behavior.
My lord, I did intend it.
Very well said. Very well said. Look you, sir. Inquire me first what dancers are in Paris, and how, and who, what means, and where they keep, what company, at what expense, and finding, by this encompassment and drift of question, that they do know my son, come you more nearer than your particular demands will touch it, take you as 'twere some distant knowledge of him.
Hi, I'm Scott Westerman. I teach at Chi-Arts in the theater department. I teach acting 4, senior project, which is original work, basically devised work. I teach physical comedy and Shakespeare and Wilson. It's a class about Shakespeare and August Wilson. We learn monologues, scenes. I've been teaching there for 11 years. And yeah, that whole time I've carried on a professional career as an actor, director, producer. And what you're going to see today is Hamlet and Ophelia, something that I co-created, I directed it, and I play Polonius, and you'll see me in that. This is one episode of the series. The entire series is 8 episodes plus a prologue, and it's a love letter to live performance made during a time when performance could not be live. I wrote something about it. Denmark Circus has necessarily gone virtual. Skip jumping along Shakespeare's text, Ophelia's story is unveiled in short, digestible episodes. She's a silks aerialist. Hamlet is a clown who has lost all his mirth. The two conspire in hopes of finding out what really happened to their former ringleader. All contributing artists, self-taped as individuals or within personal quarantine pods. And we did this during a time, a particularly difficult stretch of the quarantine. I called a friend of mine, Julian, he plays Hamlet, and said, hey man, start learning the soliloquies, grab some clown makeup, and he happened to be potted up dating Molly Hernandez, one of the best silks aerialists in the country, really. And we had always had this idea of doing Hamlet taking place in the circus, and she was going to be a silks aerialist and Hamlet would be a clown. And it got that idea from that, the one line in that one speech, I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth. Always thought of Hamlet, what if he was a clown? And so that's what led to this series. And it was a lot of serendipity and magic, and I can't believe it happened and it was made. But it was, and I'm really proud of it. And I guess that's why it's cool that this thing is happening. This is the inaugural year where like cool stuff is being celebrated that artistic. Yeah, it's cool to be appreciated about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott, for sharing more about your work and for reminding us of the amazing talent that we have in our district. Coming up next, I am excited to introduce to you all Jonathan Caraco, the Assistant Director of On-Campus Admissions at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago.
Hi there, my name is Jonathan Caraco. I work in the admissions office at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I am the Illinois admission counselor, so I manage all students within Chicagoland and the larger understanding of Illinois when they're looking to apply to SAIC. And I just kind of wanted to come on this evening and congratulate all of our teachers on their participation in the Teacher Appreciation Exhibition. And also a huge thank you to all the work that you've done over a year that is truly comparable to no other. We all know that it was a very, very kind of challenging year that was filled with obstacles, but with the work that I was seeing coming out of students within the CPS system, you all did incredible and really showed resilience and empowered the students to make exceptional art. And so I was coming on this evening to just share with you some things that we have at SAIC, some programs that are available to your high schoolers as well as you all. So to maybe begin, I wanted to go over a special gift that SAIC is extending out to all of the teachers. You should be receiving a kind of gift package, if you will, from SAIC that would include some face masks, tote bag, and some tickets to the museum. The museum is open again, so you can come on and join us over the summer while you're on break and have some time and come see some of the exhibitions. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And then to go ahead and just kind of share with you some of these programs that we have available for high school students over the summer, as well as for teachers, let's go ahead and start talking about some of our high school programs. So of course, SAIC has our early college program. The early college program at SAIC does happen all year long. Of course, we'll have a summer program as well, but it continues on throughout the year. This is an incredible opportunity for high school students to just kind of get engaged with SAIC early on. Maybe they're freshman, a sophomore, junior, who are a little interested in art, but maybe don't know if it's something that they'd like to pursue in their higher education. Well, this is a great chance for them to kind of join us at SAIC for a time period, for a session, test the waters, if you will, be able to work in SAIC's facilities, learn under our professors, and earn some college credit. There's opportunities for students to earn college credit through the early college program, and that's going to be transferable. So it's a kind of incredible opportunity, if you will, to help kind of create a good foundation for students entering into college with some transferable credit. So our next session is the summer. That's going to be from June until August. And there's a lot of opportunities actually to have the fees and costs associated with an early college program waived for students. One that I would like to highlight is the Chicago Youth Artist Educational Scholarship, which would essentially provide any CPS student a free early college program class at SAIC. All they have to do is fill out a form. That form is available on our website. They can turn it in. They email it to Continuing Studies, which is right down here, their email, and they would get credited a free early college program class. So it's really an incredible opportunity. If you're interested in receiving that form, you can email me. My email is going to be at the end of the presentation. So definitely keep that in mind. And just to give kind of an example of the different types of programs and the different types of areas of study that the students could take advantage of through the early college program courses, here's just a quick sampling of all the different areas of study that SAIC does have. So if you have a student that's really interested in really kind of any form of art making or creative practice, we more than likely will have an early college program course that's dedicated to them. So just kind of take this in. It's a pretty big list, but essentially all of this can be pursued at SAIC and can be pursued through an early college program course. So definitely something, again, to share with your students. Now, the next opportunity I wanted to share with all of you is something that is specific to teachers, and that is going to be SAIC's APSI, or Advanced Placement Summer Institute program, which will be happening this coming summer. And what this program essentially is courses that are designed by SAC and are offered to high school teachers. And these teachers can be from around the world, and they're designed for any level AP studio art teacher. And what these are essentially seminar style, kind of conversational courses that would allow you to utilize SAAC, where you can kind of immerse yourself in our environment very similarly to the students, kind of take advantage of SAAC's facilities and be amongst kind of a collaborative group of other teachers, and kind of just think about ways that you can take on a contemporary art practice and employ that into your classroom, right? Moving into the fall semester. So there are a couple different sessions. We have them kind of spanning throughout the summer. Registration is still open for these. So if you'd be interested in participating, definitely consider it. The form to register is also on our website, so you can go ahead and email me and I can definitely send it your way, sign up. These are really incredible classes. They're very immersive, they're very exciting, they're very dynamic, and they're really provided to get you all engaged, especially after the past year that we've all had. I feel like we're a little bit longing for that engagement and just collaborative practice, if you will. So definitely look into this. It's also extended into any art history teachers. So you could also take it within that field if you were interested. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and just say thank you again for everything that you all do and the incredible work that you dedicate to the students, and just empower them and help them with their creative practice and support them in a lot of ways. I really appreciate all the work that you've done. If you are interested in connecting with me, moving into the summer, moving into next school year, I would love to connect, chat with you, talk about SAC and what we have to offer for your students. And my contact information is on the screen. So thank you so much.
Hi everyone, now for a brief introduction into the website where the Teacher Appreciation Arts Exhibition lives. This website may look familiar to you. This is where the All City Visual Arts exhibition lives for elementary and high school, as well as senior portfolio and advanced arts program showcases. And now this is where the Teacher Appreciation exhibition will live as well. So once you're navigating here to this main page of the exhibition, you will see a grid-like view of all the artwork. If you hover over an image, you'll be able to see the teacher's name and the title of their work. If you click into an image, you'll be able to learn a little bit more, like the school that the teacher teaches at, the materials, the dimensions of the work, and their artist statement. Right below their name, you'll be able to see the tag and another tag that could be the school that they teach at. So if you want to see more work associated with the school or go back to the exhibition, you would click on either. So I'm going to navigate back. If you would like to see more work, check out the honorable mentions. If you would like to search, there is a magnifying glass symbol here. You can search for a specific type of work or medium. If you know that your teacher submitted, you could search for their name. For example, I will put a type of work that I'm looking for. And this will give you all the results that match your search. That is program-wide from everything that is exhibited on this website, which is amazing because the teachers that have submitted their work are the very same teachers that have submitted artwork on behalf of their students or have inspired them to create this work that is also living within the same website, which is amazing to see all of it together. If you would like to explore any of the other exhibitions, they will be listed underneath exhibitions in this drop-down menu. Please feel free to check out the other tabs here in the navigation to support All City Visual Arts and Advanced Arts Program, scholarship information, and for additional projects. To navigate back to the main page, click on this logo here in the top left corner. You will be taken to the home page and see all the exhibitions that have been housed here on this website. And that's pretty much all. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to allcityarts@cps.edu for anything regarding All City Arts exhibitions. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful overview of our website, Nora. We encourage you all to visit our website to explore the phenomenal performances and artwork by teachers across the district. We are eternally grateful for the constant and incredible support we receive from the Department of Arts Education and the Design Museum of Chicago, who helped us upload all of the wonderful works being exhibited tonight, as well as for the generous and continuous contributions of SEIC, and above all, for all of the teachers who submitted to this exhibition. We would not be here today without you, and you are what made this exhibition a success. We encourage all of you to submit more of this phenomenal work next year. Thank you, and good night.